Hey guys, what's happening? It's Tommy at Motobilt. Today we're going to talk about the CJ full width axle kit. This is a super slick system to get those full width truck axles underneath of your Jeep CJ. We also offer this kit for the YJ application too if you're looking to do the same thing. But this kit really takes care of all the math, gets rid of all the geometry problems on trying to figure out where you're going to mount your spring perches, how you're going to get this thing under the front of your Jeep. All that stuff is answered with this Motobilt kit. So the front spring perch actually keyways into the bumper that comes with the kit. So your front spring perch geometry and math and mounting points is all done. The rear spring perch is actually, it goes to the front of the front body mount, and there you go. So you tack it all in. Once you get it nice and square, you go ahead and weld it all up. As you can tell with this Kingpin Chevy axle, we're running high steer arms, and it gets our drag link and our tie rod out of the way. We've got all the clearance for the suspension, all the ground clearance that you need, so that works really nice. This is a project CJ we've had in the shop, and it's running a really nice set of custom hoops with some nice Fox reservoir shocks to help out with that ride quality. The springs that we recommend for this kit are YJ OEM springs. With the shackles and the perches that we use, it gives you all the clearance and ride quality that you need. As you can tell, I'm leaning on a 43-inch SX Super Swamper, which really makes, I mean, look, all the tire clearance, all the beat that you need to get those 1-ton truck axles underneath your Jeep CJ. Thanks so much for your time. If you'll stay tuned, I'm going to go over each component and how they actually work so you've got a good understanding of what you're getting from the Motobilt CJ full width axle kit. Thanks so much, guys. Alright, moving on with this awesome CJ full width axle kit from Motobilt, I wanted to talk about the bumper and the winch plate system. So what you have is a 3/16 CNC cut, bent, hand welded and hand finished bumper that has bolt holes that line up with the winch mounting plate and they line up with the frame. So that's actually the starting point to getting this entire kit lined up and dialed in on the front of your Jeep. So for your DIY guys that are out there trying to build these awesome Jeeps with these 1-ton axles, this thing is super friendly for you DIY guys. As you can tell, this is a project Jeep that we've been working on. It is fully loaded. It has all the options. It has the bar, the full grill hoop. It even has our Fairlead LED light bar bracket. So this thing is super slick. It has all the bolt holes to get it lined up, and underneath, right in the center, underneath this Motobilt logo, is an even sweet little bottle opener for your favorite beverage. Next, I'm going to talk about these massive 1/4-inch plate spring buckets, and we'll move on from there. Thanks, and stay tuned. Here guys, you can see how the winch plate sits on top of the bumper and the 2 alignment holes that gets everything nice and square. Next on the list for this CJ full width axle kit, I want to talk about the frame plate, the spring bucket, the front bumper, and how they all tie in. So if you notice the 2 bolts at the top of the frame plate, they're actually going through the side of the winch mounting plate. So that's your starting point for alignment. Once you get those 2 in, you go ahead and move on down. You tack your spring bucket in. The spring bucket has a keyway in it that lines up with the front bumper, so that gets all your alignment issues handled and taken care of straight out of the gate. Once you get all that done, everything's nice and square, go ahead and burn it all in, and then from here we're going to move on to the back of the leaf spring. Okay guys, just for a visual reference, we've used some magnets and kind of mocked up the spring bucket, the frame plate, and then the front box end plate that'll box into the front bumper. So we just wanted to see how all that goes. But it's all keyed out and it falls right into place. So super easy. Thanks guys. For a visual reference, I wanted you to see the keyway on the spring bucket and the front bumper and how they line up. Make everything nice and easy. Alright guys, moving to the rear of this CJ full width axle kit, you're looking at the rear shackle hanger bracket and shackles. It is a super easy installation process. You want to get it as close to that front body mount bracket as you can, but there is an exact measurement of 44¼ inches from that center gusset to the center of the hole where your spring goes on your front spring bucket, which is the exact distance center line on a YJ leaf spring. So 44¼ inches is the magic number you're looking for. But other than that, you just tack it in, measure twice, burn it all in, and it's a done deal. Thanks so much for your time guys. We look forward to seeing you out there. I wanted you to see the inside and the rest of the rear shackle hanger. As you notice, it has 3 vertical supports and 1 horizontal support to make this thing tie into the frame. Super strong, super beefy. So if you notice the index on that rear vertical support, that actually indexes towards that front body mount. So you get that in there nice and square. Thanks guys.